Should you buy Creality K1 Max 3D printer in 2026? I will try to answer that question for you in less than 5 minutes, but let me first give you a little bit of a context. First of all, why are we even asking this question? Well, because K1 Max is now an older generation printer and its successor, the K2, has been out for quite some time now. But K1 Max has an extremely appealing price tag. It has been priced at 500 euros on Creality EU site for quite some time now, and I reckon it might be even cheaper on the US site. I have seen it on sale for as low as 400 euros, and if you are purchasing as a company, you can get the VAT refund under the reverse VAT law, which means you can get this printer for as cheap as 320 euros. Now, I purchased this printer in December of 2025, and prior to that, I have never even seen a 3D printer. I did not know a single thing about them. I ran into an ad for Creality K1 Max on Instagram, and I decided to purchase it. It cost me about 550 euros at the time, and that is after the VAT refund, so the price tag retail was about 700 euros. I first plugged it in January 2026, and I'm filming this video end of May 2026. So in these 6 months, I have put more than 900 printing hours into it. In January and February, I built this complete Stormtrooper armor, which I have used at a time for our carnival in February, so it was done pretty quickly. I printed a bunch of different weapons, such as this Halo combat rifle. I printed small figurines from Lord of the Rings series, Halo series. I even printed a 3D model of my baby boy. And yes, you can learn how to do all of that in such a short period of time. My latest projects include the NCR Ranger armor from the Fallout series, and I recently started working on this Spartan armor, a tribute to the campaign Evolved coming out at the end of July. So, when you're considering whether you should buy it, here are some quick pros and cons. First, let's start with the pros. Number one, you can set it up right out of the box in under an hour and start printing. It is as easy in that once you make your first print, you're probably hooked. 2. The price tag. As I mentioned before, these machines are extremely affordable, making them a logical entry purchase. And 3. Versatility. You can make all sorts of stuff because this is a large volume printer running at 300 by 300 by 300 millimeters print chamber, and it is also a chamber printer, not one of those open models. And then we have the cons. Now, before I get into cons, if you've been thinking about buying a printer, by now you probably know that Bamboo Lab is kind of a standard according to the community. Creality has a lot of bad rep. Aaron from Galactic Armor, for example, whom I respect immensely, has been quite vocal against Creality. And at first I thought he was exaggerating, but now after 6 months of printing, I can see why a professional like him would actually hate this printer. But I am not a professional. I was a total noob when I bought it, and this video is aimed at people who are just getting into printing. So these cons are also from a perspective of a noob rather than an experienced maker with a print farm. Now, after 800 hours of print time, which you will learn is not really that much, all sorts of things started to go wrong with this printer. First, the motherboard died, and it was actually preventable because K1 Max has a known issue of not really deleting the internal memory and then motherboard going berserk when the memory gets full. But I didn't know about it because it's not really listed in the manual like, hey guys, we have a known bug with our motherboard. The Creality team did send me a new one and I was able to replace it easily. Then I started getting issues with extruder, which is a part that pulls your filament into the nozzle, which again is a part that melts your filament and prints it onto the build plate. These issues were a result of faulty filament, which was again original Creality filament purchased directly from Creality. But again, I was able to take apart the extruder, clean it up, get it into a working condition again. And I'm not a technical guy or an engineer of sorts, so it's pretty impressive that I am able to do all of these things by myself. It means that the machine is actually user-friendly when it comes to taking it apart and fixing it. The biggest con though is the quality of the print. I recently purchased the Bamboo Lab H2D and the difference in print quality is huge. I mean, it's not really 4 times better, and H2D does cost 4 times the K1 Max, But even when you get 20 to 30% better, in this case matters a lot. So with all of these things in mind, coming back to the question, should you buy it? The answer is, it depends. If you're not sure whether you want to get into printing long term, but would like to try it out, then yes, this is an excellent machine for the price tag, and it will make you some really nice cosplay prints, which is pretty demanding. It has a large closed chamber, so it's not a toy like those small open printers. It's a real deal with real capabilities. And even if you consider my cons, yes, there were technical issues with the printer, but I was able to resolve them myself, even though I had no previous experience with 3D printers nor any engineering skills. And that is actually very important, because learning how to troubleshoot these machines can be super useful in the long run. Now, if you already know that you want to get into printing long term and money is not really an issue for you, then no. In that case, get a Bambu Lab H2D printer for a lot better results and a lot more reliable operation. And if you ask me whether I think that my K1 Max was a waste of money, no, it definitely wasn't. Considering I was buying it as someone who was new to printing, I thought it was an excellent choice. And I did buy their Halot X1 resin printer and washing and curing station back in March, so I obviously have no issue with the brand itself, and I'm fine buying more of their stuff. I hope that this review helps and that it gave you some sort of a guidance. If you have some specific questions, let me know in the comments. And the final note, coming from somebody who is new to 3D printing, the quality of the STL files, so the files that you use to print things, matters more than anything. It matters sometimes more than the printer itself. In the beginning, I wasted some money on some bad files through Etsy, but then I found out about Galactic Armory and I subscribed to their Patreon site, and that was an amazing source of really good quality STL files. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you soon.